We are gathering together unto thee. We are gathering together unto thee. Unto the Lord shall the gathering of his people be. We are gathering together unto thee, unto the Lord. We are gathering together unto thee. We are gathering together unto thee. Unto the Lord shall the gathering of his people be. We are gathering together unto thee. Thank you, Father, for gathering us
Thank
again.
you, Jesus.
Where 2, 3 are gathered in your name, there you are. Thank you for your presence. Come be with us, come see us through all through our discussions in the name of Jesus Christ. That everything, O God, shall be to the glory of your holy name. And to as many of us who are not here, O God, you bring them safe in the name of Jesus. Thank you, mighty one, for in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. All right. Co-uncle, co-expert. Well, I have made my stand known right from time. I'm not a preacher of love. I'm a fight. I'm a war. I'm a Daboski. Yes. So, but to my greatest surprise, I saw my name. I wish I could protest. Yes, because things like this, I would rather just sit down. I don't even talk, right? And let me hear from people talk. And the stupid part is that I don't think I'm doing anything to improve about it. In fact, you know the way Jacob said, "Let that day be blotted out of the calendar." That's how that word has been blotted out of my own dictionary. It's completely blotted out. But thank God for today. So we will just see what we can do. My co-uncle here, she will help us a lot. I'm hoping that you take charge more, so that I will still use style to be listening more. Yes. So majorly it's going to be a discussion which we had started before now in this same house. Yeah, we started in this same place, and we are back to finish it here. Yes. So we will have some questions, and we get to discuss some of these questions and see how the Holy Spirit will lead us. Right. We will actually want to begin with definitions. So if we have a dictionary, please somebody help us. I want us to start with the dictionary definition of the word romance. Our topic for today is romance and what again?
Marriage. Romance in marriage.
Okay, romance in marriage. So we will begin with the dictionary definition of it, and then we get to see generally what romance means to us. When we began that time, the men were trying to define it in a way, and the women were also defining it in a particular way. So we will trash those definitions today also and get to see what it really means, because to somebody romance can be something else, to the other person romance can just be another thing entirely. If we get to understand some of these things, it will help us a lot. So if we have a dictionary definition, anybody can just help us with that. All right. Romance, according to the dictionary here of Google, says a feeling of excitement and mystery associated with love. Okay. And the second one says a quality or feeling of mystery, excitement, and remoteness from everyday life. All right. Excitement, feeling of love, which means I can squeeze my face and still be able to excite you if you understand that. So you have any other
I beg to disagree. I have one, Sha.
yes.
Strong attraction towards another
Okay,
person.
you have strong attraction towards another person. Okay.
Romance can actually be a noun, it can be a verb, an action word. So, as a verb, most of the definitions so far have been as a noun. So, but as a verb, it means to try to gain the love of somebody. As okay, the wealthy estate owner romanced her, trying to just maybe do things to buy her love or something like that. Yeah, more like that.
Okay. So I have something here which also has some words which we have all mentioned already. I said feelings or demonstrations of love or desire, especially idealized love. There's one other one I'm looking for. Because it's telling me movie here, so I know that's not what we're looking at. The attractive, partly imagine character or quality of something as an era, a place, or an activity that suggests adventure, heroism, excitement, glamour, distance from the everyday. Right. So that's what dictionary has to say about romance. Feelings and the demonstration of it is what is romance, love, and all of that. I don't think anybody has anything. Okay.
This one says it's been defined as a verb. Yes, that to try to influence or curry favor with, especially by lavishing personal attention, gifts, or flattery. Uh,
Yes.
this is Webster's dictionary.
Get it closer to at least our initial definition that time. Sorry, let me say something. Yeah. What I want to say is that let's keep this English aside. Me, what is my definition of romance? Yeah, that's okay. What dictionary is okay. We'll come back to our individual definition of, because even when I started looking at the dictionary definition of romance, it was looking strange to me. I was like, is that all? And that's why I wanted us to have a look at the dictionary first, and then get back to what it really is to us, and then we'll move on from there. So, are we going to do it? Men will give us their own, and women should give us their own, or we should just generally ask personal?
We can do like one on one.
One on one.
If time will permit, we can like ask people or throw it, and whoever that wants to say something. Like,
Okay, so what is romance to you? Forget dictionary, forget what we have read now. To the common man out there, how will you define that romance? What do you think is romance? Yes. We have done dictionary. We've seen what dictionary is saying about it now. But what does it mean to you? Is it buying flowers? Because
Let me talk.
you hear the ladies say he's romantic. What does it mean to be romantic? Yes.
Well,
Maybe after your proposal, you want me to come and kneel down and do those things. You know, in the bush, don't do that. Yes. So to me, that is not there's nothing romantic about that. I see it more of a pretense. You just go and gather people and want to show off. So that's to me. Yes. So I don't know. So to us, what does it mean? Who is going first? You are going, right? Remember, you are anchor. Yes, experts in this. It's expected that at the end of everybody's this, you should come.
Okay, talk.
It's not necessarily at the end. You can still start. No problem. Just get us going.
For me, I know you. For me, romance means doing those normal or usual thing you do, but in a special way. Yeah. Like, okay, let me give an example. Like, you would maybe normally my birthday or Valentine or any other day, you would want to buy me a gift or you would want to bring something over to me. Like, it's a normal thing, like, you want to buy me something now. But you wouldn't do it the regular way I would expect. Or you would just buy and drop it for me. Let me know that this for it's two of us that is in the house now. So if it's not for you, it's for you. So you just go and drop it there. To me, I don't see it, I don't feel it. You can in your own heart, you are being romantic by buying, okay, let's say for example a perfume. I would love a perfume and so you just buy and come and drop. You should know that it's for you. So, but when you do it in a special way, maybe you could stylishly ask me the fragrance, my like maybe best fragrance, or maybe you even know my best fragrance, so you go for it. Then you would wrap it, like you would package it well, and then maybe take a note, write a note, something nice on it, like I know. Then you just hide it or put it somewhere that you know that I may come and look for it. I will go to my box or I will go to my section of the wardrobe, so you know that I will definitely will find it.
How can I
Then
feel?
I will now. Yeah, it's somehow. So why I'm saying this? Why I'm saying this? Because it somehow has happened, and it has happened in the other way around, like the opposite of what me I'm expecting. It happened the other way around. I remember, like, I'll give the example. Sorry. I remember after I put to bed or something. And generally, Shami, I would love pizza. I love gifts. I love nice things. Daddy, my husband bought pizza. He loves pizza. Just give and drop it on the dress. He did not say, I bought pizza for you. Or maybe, even if he just dropped it, maybe later and say, this one is for you or something. So he now left it for me to find out, to come and eat it. It is your own, or me should ask him, this pizza is it for me? That kind of thing. So, at one point, I know the pizza can rot in there. I don't care. It can just be there. It can even get rotten. Me, I don't care. Another time, what was it? You just dropped it. Like, find it out for yourself. So, for me, being romantic is a usual thing that you do, yes. But you can make it in. Maybe write a note. I know you will find it just the way you have found it. Just something nice on it, and then hide it. Then your spouse can be looking busy doing another. She'll not say, "Oh, what's this? It's for me." there is something that it will tickle. She will feel that, the definition of feeling love, that feeling, that excitement will be. To me, personally, and maybe it can even translate to other women or other co-women in that doing normal thing, but in a like intentionally packaging it in a special way. You may not do much, oh. It can just be, it may not be so much seriously, but it's the way the delivery kind of is even sometimes better than even the size of the cake itself. Somehow when you deliver it well, no, person can, your spouse can amplify it. So I don't know if it applies to men though, but me as a woman is my take, and I know I'm sure I'm speaking the mind of some other so I don't know if a man it may not mean anything for a man though to package something, because if I even waste his time possibly, you're wasting my time by packaging. Just give me the rest. But to a woman, for me, is particularly that is a way. That's a way I feel you being romantic towards me. Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't also say, like you said, it should be like an everyday thing. Okay. Take for instance, as simple as she's in the kitchen and you're walking in. Instead of saying, "Ina son shawarma," you're like, "What's this?" You understand? Maybe just a rub on the back. Or just a surprise peck. You understand? Usual everyday things. But like my sister said, you just do something out of something that you know that normally the person wouldn't expect. And that's what you want. So I just wanted to
Okay.
Sorry, let me start for the men. But I want to recap what she just said, like in my own way. I think in summary, what she's trying to let us know that romance means speaking someone's love language. I think there is a book I read about love language. So, and I had her trying to re-echo the fact that it might not mean something to you. So, I think the takeaway from what she just said is trying to identify your spouse's love language and keep on speaking that language. By speaking, I mean trying to find that thing that that's always, yeah. So, am I speaking your mind? Yeah. So that's what I was trying to just say. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you did not tell us what romance is.
I'm learning now.
Okay.
There are some of us that are here to learn.
Why is it that looking like this? Our Ndaboski is in level, so it's like some people are up there, some people are down there. Like that is going.
Sorry. Somebody else.
Okay. I think for me sometimes, like the example that she gave of you bringing something and well, trying to make it to be found and something like that. I think this is one area too that I feel I was also missing out on the aspect of romance. That but I'm making a okay. You know, you've done something surprisingly outside. You bought something, a package. You're coming to see your family from work. Okay, but that then she got and say I want to make them tingle. And when you brought that thing, you are expecting that, okay, let there be this excitement. What did you bring? Let's about say akarba. Ngantuna akarba sometimes say aja dumping Aisha onore. Okay. Gaga deba. So and then you are expecting, okay, let there be that excitement that let's find out many you are happy to see that, oh, they are excited to unfold whatever it is that you've brought, and then you have to start getting agitated. Ko ba za ku bude abin da ku gani ba ne? That kind of thing. So to me, I feel it's a love language to me particularly that I feel makes me feel happy that I brought something home, and yet they are excited, they are happy to receive it, and then they eat it. But when it is dumped, I feel something. pinching me. So it's part of it. Well, as we talk this, I will keep on unveiling more. Bro, it's your turn.
I wasn't ready to say anything. I'm just taking it in. Well, I think we're all learning, and we may not get to hit the right note all the time. But then sometimes when we hit the right note, like Bro Ben just said, and you don't get the energy doesn't come. The energy is not really flowing. I think if there's anybody who does surprises so much, I am the one. But as it is, the goods you will be forgotten. It's the one you feel that will be remembered. So like I also appreciate what Bro Ben said. There's some level of, yes, it may not be all the time high time, but even when I come home with it, the excitement around you're bringing back home something. And of course, well, I just got to understand this other part. But from my own part, maybe I shouldn't say it, but then we are two of us in the house. And I'm bringing this thing for crying out loud. Nene boss namuni.
The point. I'm not saying that you can give it. If you want to be romantic, Shay, that's what we want to say now. If you would want to be romantic, you can give it and the person will appreciate, but you're not romantic. But we are trying to say that if you want to be romantic and like let it give a tickle in the, not that the person is not appreciating or he doesn't see that you have done it, and is that you want to be romantic, you want to like make it extra special, you want to like tickle in something. So it's not that what you brought was not appreciated. Why? No. That's not the point. The point is you want to be romantic. You want to you want to intentionally move from the normal to the extra. That's what we are saying. We are not saying they brought something and then you drop it. No, that's not it. You're not appreciating or something. No. And the thing is, okay, if I get everybody or the both of you, it's beginning to tilt towards I brought this to the house. Now Kune. So what is now Kune or what is to the house? It's not for her. So maybe we are kind of two in one. We're doing two in one. If something is for her,
well, let's.
I bought this for you. It will be like not that you bought something for me.
Okay. What?
For me to find out.
What?
You're not being romantic, and that does not mean I should not appreciate or I'm not appreciating. They just don't pick. Maybe I was not even in the room, or maybe I'm even sulking. I'm sulking because most times we are not in our good moods. So we just drop it. Let her come and find that I bought it for her. So you are not being romantic at that point.
Okay. Well, what I want us to understand also is that from our own point of view, is that we are also talking about our own way of being romantic. You being romantic towards us also. It's not just about you alone. Okay.
No, this was the
No, I'm just so that we have that
have a balance.
What we are saying here, we are responding to you and also telling you our own love language. I mean, is it not love language they call it? On what makes us feel romantic. Exactly, what makes us feel romantic also. Okay. And secondly, again, the other aspect is not just about being general to the whole house. Sometimes just that we are using that as a way of saying, okay, it's like a general approach that is given when it is an individualistic one and when it is even to the whole house. Okay. So we are saying that our own way of feeling romantic is that this thing also should be taken note of, that it makes us feel so wow, not just about appreciation, You know, the way you also give the appreciation to is there. Just like you are saying in the uncommon way, we also want that uncommon way.
Woman excites me.
You understand? We are not saying you should fake it anyways. You understand? I hope you are getting that, but we understand when it is particularly for you, we are saying the response should also make us feel so romantic. Okay, just the way you do it when it is given to the entire house and also to you as an individual. Okay, that makes us to feel tinkled, you know, and I don't know, bro.
Okay, we know in both cases, whether for the house
Or for you in particular, yeah.
our response.
Yeah. That also makes us feel romantic, you know. Yeah, you make us feel romantic. So it's not just us meeting your need, but you also meeting our need, emotional need in that aspect. All right.
Woman excites me. That's the word. Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't say you should pick it.
So one thing that was mentioned and was sounding somehow prominent to me is the little surprises, right? What happen if when you are trying to package the surprise, you are being exposed, or the other person is probing you too much? I don't know if anybody has had that. Yes, you're trying to do the surprise so that just like NEPA will surprise and say, "Hey, oh, NEPA." But while you are trying to package the surprise, this person sense it and is now probing you. Okay, so he wants to share.
Well, before I come to that, maybe this word romance we're using, it's so big and it's looking so far. So I just thought of looking at synonyms, what we could easily use to replace the words romance in our everyday life. You know, mystery, like you are not aware, you're not, it's just coming. Glamour, like something to just add uh, excitement, of course. Colorful, colorfulness, all those things that would really just to, okay, how do you say I want to drink water in a colorful way? You understand? Let's leave the word romance for it may look so big and so far away from us. Well, when you're busted, it's part of it. You know, somehow you can actually still make it colorful and just try and, but it happens. Those are some of the things you may not be able to run away from. But in scheming, sir, you have to scheme very well to make it a surprise. You have to really work hard. Plan it, take your time, and as much as possible, don't leave anything that will, any hint of whatever you are trying to do. But when you begin to leave hint, okay, somebody sees a sheet of wrapping paper. Are you buying gift for somebody? You know, definitely those kind of, so you have to, as much as possible, cover the tracks. Just try to keep those things away, because if at the appearance of any of those things, they will ask you 37 questions on that one thing. So you have to work hard. Thank you.
I think we have one problem with my wife in our home. The issue is that when you are trying to package something as a surprise, before you know it, you don't know when your mouth.
Not my husband.
I don't know. Sometimes you say that she charmed me. She gave me love potion, and surprisingly, the same thing with her. Okay, before you know it, that very thing has been mentioned. You understand? So how do we deal with such kind of thing? Yeah.
Maybe you can give it out to people. Sometimes they do it outside the house in a way that there is no clue. You two may not even have the clue to it. Maybe somebody, family member or friend that is close to both of you. We now do the planning outside at least your comfort, outside your square or your circle, so that it will just be you who run into the surprise, man. Because if you know, she may begin to. So the thing is, you two, it will be a surprise to you. You just explain the person, please make it nice, give details, and then leave it out.
And it shouldn't be close to the date.
It should be close to
the day. But the fact that the person is not within, like close to you people around, you wouldn't know what he's doing. You people will not know. Both of you wouldn't know. So you people will just jump into the surprise. You may just carry all that people and bring to the house and
Okay, so
Whoever is planning surprise, put me inside. I'll plan it.
because my husband is expert.
One of the ways.
The last surprise he did, Jesus, I was really surprised. My Eliel's giving birth to Eliel. He planned a baby shower. You can imagine. With my long tummy, I went to market. I was around this time.
That day
Not
she
this
went
time.
to market.
Get her busy. Because I know that I was going to go Tuesday. I went to go to the I needed to like stock up for a bike in the sun. So I said I was going to market. He was like, hey, wait, now the sun is too hot. Wait small, man. I don't want to run it. Then was only chicken that day. Okay, let me wait. Let's go. Small thing. Okay, so let's go. Now you take me. He wants to go and treat one dog somewhere. Let me just drop me. Then we go. I agree. I did not know that. He wanted me to go out so that the people that want to do the arranging in the house will come. Do the arranging. And so we on Jen and we're now going. But Happy and Elvin was at home. So when Jay like so unusual, it still didn't click. Now go to my husband wait, I'll finish market runs, and then
It was waiting.
me, I just wanted
being romantic.
Exactly.
At that point, so we came back around 7. I'm telling you, 7 in the evening, the morning. So the people who were in the house were doing what they did. He called my friend. Even I didn't expect.
Well coded.
Na shigo ni kuma da haushi na happy na bar jen tun karfe ma ba ta kashe jen ba. Na ji na fara kira happy. Well, she may not hear you now. Since jen. So she may say ba ta kashe jen ba. Na fara mata. Yarinya da take fita. You know come outside. I say happy ina kira ki wannan mun. And also somebody was that was kira leka na ba. I plan to even slap my mother. He now allowed me kuma he didn't want to enter. He just went somewhere behind. He was not the one with my he now put the cover. Surprise! Balloons everywhere.
In Daboski, hope you are learning.
That surprise was my biggest surprise. I was surprised before. I was like, nothing on this one. I gave it to him.
Yeah.
So how was I to buy pizza surprisingly?
Well, we were supposed to consider this as part of the next, so that we discuss some of those. So we share. So this is fitting for that already. This is very very memorable. Okay. So
I have a question. I don't know if I'm talking too much. No. I have a question.
okay. Again, you should have been the expert. Your mic.
Romance and intimacy, or being intimate. Do you see it the same, or linked, or like that's what is like the question that is coming up in my mind. Romance, Roma, and intimate. What can you say? What can you say? Is it linked first of all? Then if it's really linked, how is the linking like or how is the linkage? Or what is the linkage?
Who is responding?
Okay, so I was saying, for us as women, romance can lead to intimacy. For us, it's like a process where they say, try to get her happy, excited, and all of that. So for us, a lot of times, romance leads to intimacy. There actually can be cases that when, sorry, I'm going to, when the their gestures that looks romantic, you just say, this one is not really because they wanting to be romantic. It's because there's a target. You understand what I mean? But for us, romance is something that is like part of what helps us grow and glow as women. So what helps our own well-being is romance, and it can lead to intimacy. So there are two different words for us.
And the absence of that romance can actually cause intimacy of human.
Okay, the absence of the
Yes, the absence of the romance.
Intimacy can become like duty.
Yes. Somebody like me, I've never thought I will marry an in the bosky. I've been but a non-romantic person, but I ended up
But again,
one.
again, again, we need to now still talk about this definition of romance, right? Because if we're saying in the Boski, and we're defining romance as some of those little things, I think in the Boski also does those little things,
Hey boy, oh, no.
right? So okay, that is noted. You want to say something?
Yes. Let me say something. Some of these things, yes, this is what you desire, this is what you want. But sometimes I trust that we should give our spouses time. Let's be patient with them to actually grow and into some of these things. You know, there was a time my wife wanted to be romantic. If I want to leave the house, she say we should hug.
Yes.
If I come back, she say we should hug. And man of God. So some of these things are, so I get to forget. Sometimes I do, sometimes I forget. Or most times I rush and I forget. Sometimes I'm coming into the house, and before I even get into the house, I have to go and check the chickens, ambasu abinchi. I have to check the shanu and samira, like all that. So you know, before I even settled into the house, I've already started one or two things in the house. So I'm already back long. So that one, so at some point she was like, back asuma abeshikoi. So, but it was something I was never doing. It's not in my head. Like, so we need to also be patient and give us some time. Some of us are really in the buskis. We don't want to hug you and you start falling down. Yes, now we don't want to hug you. So no, but the bottom line, the point I'm trying to make is that some of these things we may not have grown up seeing them, so we don't know them, and you want this and you expect this from us. So sometimes you need to be patient with us and give us this time to grow into it. if we are able to grow into it. Some of these things are really strange and we may never get it the way you want. Also learn to make adjustments for us. Thank you.
All right. I hope I'm not forgetting what I wanted to say. All right. Yes, your initial question, I want to say yes. It has a lot to do with intimacy, being romantic. Because at that point in time, there's already an excitement between the both party. Okay. And of course, it flashes like from the definition we had, it's a feeling of love. Okay. So before you know it, you're already into the other person. And I think that is where my wife was trying to also emphasize initially that sometimes when we have a goal in mind, that is when we have to a kind of there's a word import romance momentarily. Once the target is met, we discard it and then off it goes. That's for those that even have the grace to import. Okay. Some are like military men. Madam, why? You know that kind well, like all right. Okay, yeah. Some are like that. Okay. Then what I also wanted to add on what my brother here is saying. Sorry, there is a way I wanted to put it, but it's like it's skipping my mind. Let me gather it back. I'll come back. All right.
Okay, I was trying to add a voice to his last comment. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. 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 Honestly, I want to start by saying that this program is very timely and we need it. In fact, when I saw the topic, I say, some people are going to learn a lot, and the truth is that we are learning. People like us, and he made one statement that at times it has to do with our background, how we were brought up, how, and do you know that it has a way of translating into our own children too. So if you want to break the chain, we have to be deliberate about it. Honestly, me at times when I saw the topic, I was asking myself, am I really romantic? And to be sincere, I am not. I don't know whether I'm trying in some areas, but the truth is that doesn't mean that I don't love my wife, I don't love my children, but we all have our own ways of doing things. But the truth is that this program or this topic is like a wake up call that and I don't want us to say that our coordinator, he was saying that it's like there is even no way that there will be an improvement. So I want us to, yes, if we are deliberate about it, honestly, we can make some amen, and we can better off cooker. So let's look at this avenue as a forum whereby we can have some takeaways. That's why when you started giving your own definition, I try to let you know that this is what I perceive from what you mean by romance. And as a couple, if the person that is, because at times we are not always, in fact, we can never be at the same level. You understand? So if you know that your partner is still coming up, there is a role you need to play in making him better up or up his game as far as romance is concerned. If I am not romantic and you know so much about romance, you can do some kind of schooling. You understand? And you can also bear some of my own way of, you understand, and be helping me to improve. And in doing that, you also have to be romantic. Even in teaching me, you have to do it in a romantic way. You understand? At times they used to say the best way to teach someone is to do it. You understand? If you want me to do something to you, at times the best way is for you to do it to me. So if I see it, oh, you understand? So before you know, unconsciously, I'll start doing it to you. You understand? Instead of you to say, what about you? So instead of you to tell me that Bakayin Abukaza, maybe you start doing that Abukaza to me and see how I will react. Maybe before you know, unconsciously, me too, I will start doing that Abukaza, and you have succeeded in winning or in making me improve in my game as far as romance is concerned. So I want us to open our hearts. Me, that's how me I'm approaching this discussion. Oh. You understand? I want to learn, and I'm trusting God that at the end of the day I will improve. You understand? Thank you.
Okay, you remember now. Before you forget. Okay, 1 minute.
Lastly, Mureje kallon Telemundo. We are not Telemundo. Not necessarily Telemundo, but all those Nollywood, all those kind of. To an extent, me I feel Afitamana Kunyang Doya Budabu. That's romantic now. That's romantic.
Okay, I think it's yeah, like we've heard, it's a two-way thing. And I think women, we are mostly very bad when it comes to the issue of displaying romance. Maybe our own way of showing romance is different from me particularly. Sometimes I don't know, it's like innate, which I've been trying to fight. Sometimes I forget and I act like a military man sometimes. Okay. Sometimes I can be very strict on some things. But I have to start working. Your phone call? Okay. Yeah, adjusting. Okay. So and I believe with most of us men, we have that kind of mindset, especially when we have a target that we want to meet, and then we forget about this aspect of romance. But what I want to say was what our brother Nu also emphasized. The aspect of us making it a deliberate thing. Okay. Now what do we say when our children see people kissing? Should they see that something very strange? Do we tell them that it's something bad? How do we make them define it in their heart? Okay. There's this couple that what they do is that, just like Madam was trying to establish in the house, and you should not give up, please. You should not give up. The hug, the pecks, the kisses. Let the children also see it as a normal way of displaying love, affection with your wife. Sometimes when my children see us play together with my wife, there's this level of excitement. They want to see, yeah, you just see them, so I think it's something that we should. Okay. All right. So in essence, it's just to add a word to what he said already. It's just for us to make it a deliberate thing. Okay. Yes, even when we don't feel like it. When I said don't pretend about it, I had our sisters there saying we'll pretend until it becomes real. All right. So yeah, we'll fake it until it becomes real. All right. So let's not just necessarily faking it, but let's make it like a practice, even when you don't feel like doing it. Okay. With time, you will never feel. So when we base it on feelings, it will never work. Okay. But when we make it as a commitment, as something that we are devoted into, then it shall surely work. That is my own take on this. Sai ku kada hankuri gaskiya. Sometimes muna soja there. Ku yi hankuri. Yes, sir.
Sorry, but I'm just thinking. If we say even when you don't feel it, you should do it. Will that now be real? It's supposed to be excitement. It's supposed to be. So if I just have to hug because I have to hug, by excitement. Actually, no, I'm just saying. I'm just sorry. I'm just thinking like, because if I have to do it because I have to do it, maybe you too. You are also maybe not in that good. You are not excited, and it wouldn't make you excited at that point in time. Should we still do it because we want to just?
Let me just say something about that. Now, that is why when it comes to the definition of love, feelings is the least that should be attached to the definition of love. Because if you base love on feeling, a day will come that you feel like this love has expired. Okay, so what is love? It's more of like commitment. Okay, so what is commitment? Doing something even when you don't feel like doing it. I hope you're getting that now. It's just like me waking up now. You know, okay, the other day we came back from work very late, almost 8 9, right? Then very early again the next morning we have to start leaving. Whether I feel like it or not, I have to go. That is commitment. All right, so that is what keeps love going. If not, one day you just wake up sincerely. It's not every time that you feel you have feeling of love for your spouse, but because you are committed, that will rock it together. Okay, so that is what makes it. It's like a commitment. You are trying to keep a fire burning. You know, that is what it means. You know, the fire of romance. So whether you feel like it or not, this wood is burning out. Let me add another wood. Even when I don't feel like standing up, but because I don't want this wood, this fire to go out, I have to constantly supply the fire. You know, that is what it means. Okay, so that is where it's love. Okay, yeah, Uncle. All right.
There's something there's something with doing something continuously. It's like at first it may look like routine, but okay, at first it may look like routine, but eventually it becomes a life. It becomes something that you don't even need to think. If for instance you are used to either giving a hug or saying I love you before the person, you discover that it becomes your language. It becomes a natural thing. So I think it's a process, yes. That as we make adjustments, we just trust God that we keep at it. There are days that we don't feel like, there are days we'll forget, yes, but that we are intentional about it, like we're saying. Before we know it, it becomes like our language, it becomes like our life, it becomes like every day. So, like I was saying, in our first definition, for us as women, romance is an everyday thing. Like I said, it is part of, I don't use the word lifeline, it is part of what makes us grow and glow. Do you understand? That's for us. So it's not about just, yes, there's these special times, but for us, it's what keeps us going. What keeps us going, even when we don't feel like, even when it's like we're getting overwhelmed, what keeps us going is that, yeah. Thank you.
I wanted us to discuss romance, uh, timeliness. Yes. Just like you said, it's something daily. Is there a time for it? Right? I will also continue from his statement earlier. To me, romance is more of understanding. If you understand me, that is romance. It's as simple as that. Right? Okay. That there's something she was just like the hugging case. She also tried introducing it, but I have an issue with it because okay, I get back from work tired, carrying my bag and any other thing.
Yes, you bet.
She comes, block me by the door,
With a hug.
hug me. It's fine, right? But now the challenge I have is that you want to hug me for 5 10 minutes with my bag. No, with me carrying my bag, standing, doing all of those things.
You free your mind, you will not be tired now. Tiredness will just.
My husband used to say something. He's not here, Sha.
You see that? Just like he said, in the morning and all of it, he has plenty things to do. And
Yeah.
I just need you to understand that because I have these things and these things must happen. Try and make it as much as possible, so that I will not.
Don't stay 10 minutes.
For the coming back, yes, it can be that long ride. Okay, but
The going
you
up.
allow me go drop off those things, or you even collect those things
And drop
them
it,
off.
then do your hugging.
Go by it's by the door, and I'm carrying all the things I'm carrying.
Okay.
And my hand is tired already. I want to drop them off. And
Okay.
you're,
No room for dropping. They are not allowing you to drop things, and they are not collecting the things.
for me, I don't even have a problem.
Okay.
My problem is that by the time I want to disconnect, I don't want you to now react. Because your reaction
Will not determine another.
right? So, but I actually want us to discuss the timeliness of it. Oh, is there like a better time for us to do the surprise? Right? Is there like something I understand that those small things,
Matter.
the peg, the whatever, doesn't really have to be time, but some other things, should there be timing to it? Adversely, you can decide to say this, right? But again, the little timing of
I think, let me say something. I think for that coming to the door and receiving the hug and whatever, and you not like wanting it at that point. To me,
at that point, I don't
because you are tired.
for too long.
Okay, you don't want it for too long. Okay, now that long now to me is relative though, and it's relative, and then it's also to me like just showcases the state of your mind and feeling at that point. Like, because if your state of mind and feeling it's like, okay, I'm coming home, okay, the stress and everything, I've passed through it, now I'm coming home and I know that my wife is coming to hug me by the door, it will even give you more energy to quickly come home. So yes, that's how I understand it. I don't know, but that's how I understand it. So maybe the state of your mind at that time while coming home is not so, maybe it's not so, I don't want to use a bad word, but maybe the state of your mind at that time is not nice. Let me say that word. The state of your mind at that point is not nice, in that your wife is coming to give you free hug for 5-10 minutes to even relieve you from the day's stress, and then it's not okay for you so to stay. So maybe the state of your mind towards that thing at that moment, it may not be always so at that moment. So maybe there will be another time. If there is another time, explain it here, sir. If there is another time, if this thing, like if it's constant, I understand there are times that so many things will choke your mind and you are not interested, you just want to rest. But if it's every day, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be every day that your wife is always waiting to give you a hug. You're not the one looking for the hug. She's the one always like wanting to give you the hug. But something happened along the way, and one day like that it happened. But if it shouldn't happen always, because it will also give her a message. It will also give her a feeling that why is he always like that? That I'm always coming to welcome my husband by the door with a hug. I'm always coming to him, and he's giving me that. It will begin to, yes, it will begin to. There may not be anything, but it will begin. Women, a lot of things. Our memory is unlimited. It will begin to feel. So if it happens once, twice because of some issues, but let it not be. That's where we talk about intentionality. Daddy said intentionality. You have to keep creating room. There's not how you be saying no. Like, I don't know.
I'm coming with something. Is it not possible to free me from the load I'm carrying first?
Okay.
Then you do as long as you want. That's my point.
Okay.
My point is, I'm carrying something. I'm coming home. Oh, I have something
Welcome
that came
home.
with that carry with my load and everything. So you are hugging me with the load. It's with the load. Now, hugging me with that load.
Offload first, madam. That's just. I think
That was just my.
I was thinking another thing, but it's really another.
I have a load, and you are hugging me with the load. I still don't have a problem with you hugging me with the load. If you must hug me with the load, I need you to make it shorter, so that I can go and
relieve
yourself.
yourself.
Yes,
Okay.
but no. You
Now I
then
get.
are carried away by the whole thing, and so even when I try to
Give you that feeling of collect it now.
or you even collect these things first, right? You drop them first before.
Okay. Now I get your point. Oh, madam. Offload the load. Offload the load.
Okay,
Even offloading the load is another one.
Yes. So one other thing I also want us to consider, especially with the women, right? I think we also agree that it is romantic, so something like that. The way we talk. So I've also observed that, especially with the women, they go and provoke you, and if you want to tell them, you have to tell them romantically.
Even
I don't know if you have experienced it. She will say, I don't like if somebody shout at me. But when I say, don't do this, you will go do one. And then expect me to be
not to shout.
romantic about it. I am vexing. Not because you don't know. Probably I've told you severally. But you still went ahead to do it. So, to the women, it is romantic if you talk nicely, right? So
Okay, now something we agreed and we said that it is said that you can be right but wrong at the top of your voice. So if the message can be right, but your gesture, the tone of your voice, you can change the entire thing. So it's just like you're trying to pass a message because even in raising children, not just for us, in raising children, if the take for instance the child goes wrong, if your motive for getting to that child is to correct that particular thing the child has done so that it doesn't repeat itself, or you are angry and you want to express your power and your ability to be angry on the child, they are two different things. You understand? So one is our emotion, two is looking at, okay, there's a problem, that there's something that needs to be fixed. Okay, so if we see the same with our spouses, it makes it easier. Remember that we're two grown people, but we came from different backgrounds. Our perception and perspectives are different. And because I know that you don't like this thing, sometimes it's not intentional. I may have repeated it over and over, but remember that I'm still trying to adjust. I'm not making excuses for it. But I'm saying there are sometimes that it happens once, twice, three times before the message actually sinks in fully and the person is able to fully adjust. So I would just say that even when we are wrong, personally too, if you want to get me mute as if I don't exist there, raise your voice. It's as bad as even just asking you to do something. The tone of voice can just
Off you.
get
Off
me
you.
off, or can even make me afraid. That's why my husband, it can really get me afraid. And I'm like, oh, go madam, just fight yourself.
Just shift your side.
Let everything full of, I don't have strength to drag. Do you understand? So that's the point you can get us to. So I want to just leave with us that even when you say you don't like it, remember that it doesn't just happen automatically. And we should also apply that to our children. When you tell a child, don't do this, you just did something wrong. You're telling the child, don't do this. Before you go to the point of beginning to spank or beat, you understand? It should be that it has come to stay that the child does it and is looking at you. So it means
that it's
the
wrong.
child is intentionally doing it to see your reaction. At that point, you need to prove a point to the child and see there's a consequence for this. But the first approach should be the child knowing that this thing
It's not good.
this thing is dangerous. This thing can alter a lot of things. And then passing on the message and instead of reacting to
Immediately.
whatever. So that's
Okay.
is this our take? Any other contribution?
Yeah, you will think.
This is something that I think I've never told you, right? But, it's something I noticed. have some regrets over it. You know, this issue of you reacting at the top of your voice, you understand, when something wrong happens. You know, when I married my wife, she doesn't used to talk like that. In fact, there was a day I was telling her that, you know, this marriage has a way of influencing us. You understand? Before you know, the other party will start behaving like you. You understand? So I notice at times, you know, she has copied that part of me, which is not good. You understand? Deliberately, I mean, I don't know, I mean, unconsciously, sorry, unconsciously. So, you know, it's a kind of, you know, I'm like trying to like sound the whole proportion. It's a way, you know, we all have our own way we were brought up, the way we talk, the way, you know, some things are even innate. You were born with them, you have to walk through them. There are some things that you find out that they are part of you, but you have to just suppress them because they are not good. So the truth is that, as she said, you know, couples, we are all grown up adults. And the truth is that you find out that the other party will not be happy if you talk at the top of your voice, even with the slightest provocation. So, what I want to encourage us is that we should try. We should try. It's not going to be easy because at times you might feel as if this thing is being deliberate. They are just trying to. Because I have said, don't do this. I don't like this. But you still see that thing being done. So the tendency of you reacting is very high. You understand? And likely. But you know, we can just make some effort because the implication is that before you know it, the other person will start reacting to you like that. Because a day will come that you too will offend the person. And before you know it, someone who doesn't talk like that will start talking to you like that because it will become like a normal way of communication. You understand? So that's this one is from personal experience. Yes. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I want to say. Yes, it's true. We all came from backgrounds and families of different things. And the way I'm saying it is looking like it is the men that are acknowledging they came from a background. The women too actually came from a background. One of the things I used to tell my husband, I used to tell him this one very well. Like even before we come into this, say, see, you are from a different place, I'm from a different place. Everybody has baggages. Forget. But like recognizing it and like intentionally, and I gave him example that me, I used to be I don't talk like this before. My mom, when I was going to JS1, my mom was scared for me. That niza zo kwace abuna ma ba zan yi magana in ce nawa ne in karba ba. So, but over time, I see that it's a weakness that is going to cheat me. I'm going to be cheated if I don't like boggle up, if I don't come up, you know. So I decided to work on that aspect of myself, that whatever it is, I have to open my mouth to do. I have to like, you know, come up somehow. So I used to tell him that everybody, even the women, we are from backgrounds. But you see, knowledge, it's good, it's key. If you know that, okay, like this our forum is also a place of knowledge. Over time myself, I subject myself to listening to messages on marriage. Like I do that a lot. Listen to messages on personal development. I listen to, like, I may not read books because I'm not good with books, but I try to listen. Me, that one I try to listen. So little things like that. Little things like that would give us knowledge. So let's seek for knowledge on how to understand a woman. I want to beg on our men, please seek on knowledge on how to understand a woman. This our forum is a very good one. Let's go further, please. If it means you will look for a book secretly, or let not even your wife may not know. If it means you listening to a message or listening to some, or just look for knowledge and of how a woman thinks, what is going on in her head, what it is about a woman. So to my female colleagues, how to whatever, you know, how to understand a man, what happens in a man's mind, how he views things, individual like that, so that it will give us and it will put us to at an edge. We'll be able to, okay. For example, we're talking about romance. Sometimes the woman will begin to behave, and that this example he was saying, like deliberately. Sometimes I'm telling you, a woman doesn't even know that she's doing that thing. Because see, we have hormones. Personally, I'll give you an example. Me, if I'm close to my period or I'm on my like ovulating towards my period, myself, I'll begin to do some kind of things. Later, when the period or the ovulation is over, I will now realize I did all that I did. And it amplified when I gave birth to my first boy. I told my husband, I said, Muja CBT. I even told him. Because like when I finally realized myself, like, hey, like this thing, it's really that period, it really took toil on us. I told him, me, I'm a very open person. So I told him that this is it too. I noticed that. So that hormone, it can take you off. It's not an excuse, but when you see it happening, like, just understand. And you will not know until you have the knowledge that, okay, this sometimes a woman may be behaving that you don't understand. Maybe, is that thing. Or maybe, that kind of, so knowledge would, I don't know what is what I can say. So even the man too, a man doesn't have hormones. Yes, like these hormones that we have now, oh God, why are you surprised? You know what I'm saying? Don't look at me and see that kind of hormone now is what I'm talking about, that is so much circulating. But a man is driven positionally. Like when I say positionally, we women are driven emotionally, men are driven positionally, always in charge. You're wanting to be in charge and all that. So you as a woman, when you have that knowledge and you begin to, you say, you don't they come that thing. I say women are driven emotionally, positionally. So like that. When we understand some of these things, it will, okay, when we see some things happening, it will begin to trick, okay, it may be this, okay, let me now know, okay, like that. Then I say men don't have hormone.
I think we're getting closer to the end. From my end here, what I wanted us to consider next is romance and money. Then this thing goes connection. So I want to know, is there money to this romance, or we are okay with the pets and the house and
No, support it.
and the small money, right? Okay, if it involves money also, right? So how far with the Tinubu's economy? Majorly, right? Majorly, my concern would be, okay, it's possible there's a way it has been before, and with what is happening now, anybody who is expecting to continue, well, I don't know. So there might be some little adjustment and some appreciations again, even with the little that is coming at the moment. So we're saying there's money to it, certainly, right? Even when you're planning the surprise, there's going to be calls, there's going to be whatever it is. So let's discuss money, romance, and Tinubu economy.
Let me just add what I'm speaking on behalf of the women. Am I permitted to do that?
Please.
On behalf of everybody.
What they were saying is that they don't need much. Am I saying your mind?
Yes.
They don't need much. So we should not be scared about the economy. All right. So
How much? Okay. Let me go back.
take.
How much? How is the much?
How much? I remember during our early days, days. I say early, but
Early.
when when there are times that you can't even buy me corn. I love eating corn if I'm pregnant. If you go out and you don't come back with that corn.
Even an egg will join.
I'll feel like flinging him out of the thing. He doesn't have the money to buy the corn. But I needed that corn. I want that corn. And days that he will bring that corn. So so that's how small you get. So
Corn.
yeah.
Don't go and buy a bag of corn.
Like you said, I think someone recently, is one man that has been is a pastor, so he's been talking about economy lately. So I was listening to one of his talks, and he said a lot of things that we need to understand, men need to understand about women, that most times we're not after the women. There's a man saying this. He said most times women are not after the men, and it's true. We're after just be open and honest, and we're content. See, if a woman knows that right now what we have is 5,000, she will help you manage it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I know that there are exceptions. I'm not saying all women are like that. There are exceptions. You understand? There are some that when they know, they'll be the person and
They
they
want the
understand.
5,000 to finish.
To come up.
Until they see made in China.
There are women like that, but truly for several women, what you just need to do is just be as open and as honest as you can. And especially when it comes to finances, and you can be sure that she will support you.
Yeah.
I used to tell people, I say, give a woman 100 naira, would like it, and she knows that
That's the only 100
The
naira.
last 100 naira.
you'll be surprised at what that 100 naira can do. Like, you'll be surprised at what it can do. So when there is, she knows that there is, and I want to also plead with us, when there is and the woman is asking, don't feel that she's being it's because she knows there's money. That's how she's acting. Please. Because most times
For the
what you
benefit
need to
of all.
realize is whatever she's doing, first and number one priority is to add glory to the prayers. Whether tonight in the house immediately or she's using it to cover you outside.
Why you?
Whatever the case, just put it at the back mirror. Up to point where you can see this woman has got something. She's not here to exploit me. She's not here to use my money for maybe she's building somewhere or something. But that whether she's using it, sometimes the issue is just she collects it, she support her family, she will give her brother, she will do this. Sometimes it is for your own glory. It is for your own, is to help beautify the crown. You understand? So I want to just speak because sometimes it's also to do some little things that she doesn't want to talk about in the house. Just fix something that maybe at that point she may not have the financial capacity to also support and do. Because truly, if we as women have the financial, we will not do it. The way God has made us, you just come and see it happen. You just come and see it happen. So please feel safe. Feel safe with us. Be honest, and as much as possible, once we know what is up, you can be sure. But the truth is, if she doesn't know, she will keep asking. She doesn't believe that you find a way around.
Daddy.
I'm telling you, because it's that you find a way around. But when she knows
Oh, buddy.
I didn't know what we said concerning giving. That was asking how much I be, how many, people that we are not aiming for more. We are not looking out for more. For more than what you can afford for the family. As tiny as the Bible is, how much I know everything is expensive now, but that's the smallest one. Handkerchief is let me just use the pen or pencil. Just do something appreciation. I remember one thing we were sitting, I always used to story my parents as because I saw so many things as they are going on. them. There was a day we were just saying, it's just about this marital issue and the rest. Say my father was like, what is he? Okay, they did something in men's fellowship and he came back. He was like, he is confused with this. They should buy something for their spouse. She his clothes. Some of the clothes, man, she no it won't sew it. So how can you start
Buying
buying
nothing.
another one for her to come and see it? And the other person is actually, you not go and buy it. Just get him something. Even if it's a phone, you know I use them. She doesn't work back at the theater, but she retired as a teacher. So even devotion, maternal devotion, she writes something. If she see one daughter who went out,
That's a terrible.
you give her, she will pray for. Like if you give her daughter now, when she gonna know, I want that. She just find it. Give a guarantee each morning if she wake up.
That is not the
All
case.
the names, all as she's writing on the job that she got. So that's how this marriage and this life is with us women naturally. It's a natural thing. Don't booga your head, don't go and hit your head, don't go and this woman is extravagant, this one. Appreciation in the works more in us. Woman, no matter how well done, thank you, take this. It's something. Don't it's obvious. What is there is always obvious. What is not there is obvious. So don't always feel as if you want to exploit or something. It's natural in us and thank God for the fear of God because
Exactly, exactly.
it's just the fear of God in us that is making us
That's what makes the difference.
Yes, that's what makes us different. That's why you married us. You married other. Yes, that is just the fear of God. So
Hallelujah.
in the most
Hallelujah. So, we have said so many things, but we have some new people that joined. Not new, sha, but at least they have not spoken. So we've been talking and talking and talking. So we want you to at least say one or two. Sir, you be like say you don't tired today. Oh. Madam, just chip in.
We have no one.
Chip in. You know, at least from where you came out.
What is romance?
Or if you have any romantic moment that you
want to share.
was done to you by your wife or you by your husband that you want to share, all of my felt like that romance. Or you want a particular way
We can learn.
your husband should be or has been. Not always he should be, maybe he has been, you want to share. Don't pick up.
Okay, I think let me start. Um, mm, I would say my experience with him during courtship. I would believe he was more romantic than now. You know, as you don't catch the rats now. Now they go gigizar am anyhow. Then if probably maybe I'm angry or something, he can't come empty-handed. He must buy something and come and tell me sorry. Oh, I'll still do my younger. But now, choo. But mama gon pencil ma chima. So I think that's the aspect that I'm not saying he should buy. I'm not saying he should buy, but at least that one was more of like if I vex now I know say anyhow. But now talk.
For you.
Nothing, no, nothing. Yeah, that one day, but all the same, we thank God. Okay, I believe why he's sitting there like this, it's not work oh, it's not tiredness. It's not work oh, it's not tiredness. It's not calculation. Me, I will talk it. He knows we have program 5 o'clock. And I said, okay, oh, call and their Malaki so that we'll follow them since we don't know here. Okay, he said he was waiting for people on site, let them finish. These same people, you can actually leave them and come since you have an engagement. I just believe that um if you put something in front, you should give it your utmost attention also to it. I actually enjoy this gathering. I don't think if I don't enjoy it, I'll not come. I mean, I don't need to stress myself for anything. Once my mind is not. So I sat down, I was waiting for him. He now said, okay, no, let me follow you people. I said, no, come so that we'll come together. At least every couple is coming together, go. So that at least even us man will know that we came together. I will wait for you. And I came back 2 minutes after 5. Enter the bedroom. 25 minutes after 5, I was inside bathroom.
Off the mic. Off the mic.
Oh. So that's why it's like this. Oh, but all the same, sha. All this it's still part of settlement and romance now, Abi. So it's not Gajia. Probably as he have spoken, Mima did not answer him. If we are to go somewhere, at least keep to time also, so that we know that we are going to learn one or two from experience and the rest. So so that's it. So but we thank God, sha. And I support all the things people have said. So probably that's why I have not said anything. Probably if what you are saying is not here, I would have countered. So but it's a good one. Well done.
That time, Israel. Then you can journey how long for how many liters of fuel. So now they are fighting and it has increased.
And you are not in the fighting
Nobody is coming here. That time, how much did I pay for transport money from the states? Yes, Kevin. No more than 5,000. But now we can spend that. Spend that on transport. So things have changed. So please understand.
You never tied your marriage to anything. Please, so don't tie it.
Make adjustments.
there's a saying that will always say, too much is given, there's much is expected. As the family is growing after cutting, when they were cutting the children,
Yeah.
when they were cutting, probably your mom feel yourself alive. And always fear, even in the last time, there was no this compulsion that okay, every family you need to do insurance for these children.
Yeah.
You need to look out before your wife will ask you for money for her. As a man, yeah, constantly on how to meet the target because I always she knows I tell her. I say, if there's anything that will break me, it's my family needs something. She knows. So at every time, sometimes that's my only prayer point. God, don't shame me. Let it be that anytime my family is in your place. So sometimes I don't remember. I don't remember when I pray for her. When she comes like this, before she goes to work, bless her, she go out, she bless you, provide. The prayer is more romantic.
Yes, so
Than any gesture she feel like I have done in the past and I don't do it. That's how me I feel. But sometimes I
Yes.
because it comes to a point. I just feel like it's done. As much as we are praying, like it's getting worse. And so when we see, it was me and her that went to the war. You know how much we spent? We have never spent in 3 months what we spent at the sport. Recently, when we went to that. So when they said, so your heart will be good. There's no like this.
Yeah.
We are doing so. There's some job we do. When we are charging 10 years ago, 5 years ago, that's what we still charge now. Nothing has increased.
Yeah.
Charge higher.
How long have they been asking for minimum wage? So because now everybody wants to do that thing.
Yes.
To the competition, so we try to strike the balance. So
Wait.
let it be that okay, you're doing it at the lesser pay, you
Yeah.
get more. I think sometimes some people will call in and just know that if I do this contract, I do this job, I'm going to spend more than what I charge. I want to keep it. So those things are really overwhelming. I understand. I appreciate the support that you know to see them. I think that's the thing that keeps us. And that's why we are not quit.
Yes.
Because there's some things we see. The way we see picture now, it is for person to want to leave family. I don't know when I just said that. Let's go to Marcello 1 month. Come back. Go reset.
Go reset.
Just do that reset. I'll end with this. Really easy.
All right. Yes.
Before it becomes a name.
Yeah.
That's no, but now that before it becomes a name, it's already ringing like it's going to. It's a verb. It's a verb, not a noun.
Yeah.
So please. All right. Yeah. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Sorry, let I have a question. Okay. Oh, yeah. Does this question? Please, is cuddling seen as romance?
Yes.
But it's different from when a woman is cuddling a man and when a man is cuddling a woman.
Okay, there's a difference.
Yes, there is.
No, I just asked.
It is romance, but still, even inside that romance, there is a difference between cuddling a man and a man cuddling a woman. There's two big difference. So now,
My own question.
no, it's not your own. No, I've not settled it though. I'm trying. There's still difference. There's still difference. So When a woman cuddles a man, I'll call that romance.
When a woman calls
A man. Then when a man now cuddles a woman, thank you. So that's the difference.
okay.
Because a man cannot just cuddle a woman like that. It will not end well. It's, we women, we can sit and say yes. Let's cuddle till the morning.
I know this question is targeted at me. So let me collect it. Let me collect the question. Let it not be hanging in the air. Let me just collect it. Well,
Honorable, I think this question is a yes or no question.
okay, it's a yes or no.
I said it's okay with the
For me, it's no.
okay.
For me, it's no.
You have answered.
Then can I now talk further?
No.
Why are you not determining my explanation? I didn't want to say yes. Sorry. I didn't want to say. No, we've been
Yes.
we've been asking, we've been explaining things.
Answer just like that.
Oh, please allow me, please,
Explanation under.
please allow me so that because we've been, even when we say yes, we at least add flesh. So let me add flesh, please. Why I said no, it was because I don't want to say yes. I didn't want to say yes because it will implicate me. Because like I said, it is hanged on me. Let me be open to, we are all family, so I want to be open. This issue of calling, we've had the tea gasket with my husband. Like it wanted to cause quarrel. I mean, it has even caused at some point some small quarrels. It caused. So me, okay, he likes to cuddle. That's him. So, but me, one thing it's not that I don't like the idea of being cuddling. It's not that I hate cuddle or I don't like the idea. When I cuddle, to a level, I do it. After a while, I kind of shift. Not that I will cuddle and stay like that till sleep off. Why? Because I'm sensitive to heat. And I've told him, if I am oh my brother, somehow I'm sensitive to heat. Thank you. Higher. The Lord has revealed it to you.
With or without AC.
The Lord has revealed it to you. So I'm saying this sharp because of me. So I may be wrong, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying this statement now. That's why I'm making this statement now. Hey God, you don't want to allow me talk. Oh God. That's why I'm making this statement that I may be wrong. That's why I'm saying that statement to follow it, that I may be wrong. But it's not something that I didn't tell him. I made him clear that, see, this cuddling, it's not that I hate cuddle or I hate the idea of cuddle, but if I cuddle and stay for a while, you self used to feel that heat is already in my body. I'll be hot. Sometimes I will just have to stay. Sometimes I'll just have to stay, like to stay. Let me just be there because of him. Just be there small. But I will later be uncomfortable. So you know that it's not the cuddling or that idea of cuddling that I hate, but that the heat that is around me. So sometimes you say, hey, go and bath now. I'll bath. I'll see my body is sensitive to heat somehow. Just like him. He's the kind of person that his body is sensitive to cold. Sometimes there will be heat. My husband will cover his body. Or when I can be feeling there is heat, but him, you want to put the windows down, the blinds down. You see, because he's sensitive to cold. So that's what used to happen to me in that cuddling state. So it's not that the idea of cuddling, I hate it or I don't like, but after it for some time, I'll begin to. So at that point, it will be unromantic for me. You can see now, when I begin to get uncomfortable, when I begin to, I don't know, but when I begin to get, when I begin to, so when I begin to feel uncomfortable, at that point, it won't be romantic again. It has kind of expired its I've dropped the mic.
My brother, if you want to cuddle, go to Russia. Case closed.
No, you will not go. You will not.
No.
Because even me, I would want it at some point. But the fact that he wanted it at some point, that I'll be giving that feeling. Me too, I would want it at some point now. But the thing is, when I begin to be hot, even if I don't want to go, I should go.
Yes. That's commitment. Commitment.
Now we are talking about cuddling and telling me Russia or bring AC.
No, I didn't say that. Oh, that's not my response.
No, I'm not saying your response. I'm saying the house. This
No,
is your
commitment.
house.
No, like I said, sorry. Like I said, we're still learning, and we've all agreed that it's a process that just like when we got married. There were a lot of things that were new to me. There were things that I wasn't comfortable with. There are still things that I'm not comfortable with, but sometimes I just give it, and then gradually, you understand. So, like I said, the important thing is that we have each other's back. The important thing is that this person feels safe and knows that, see, whatever is happening right now, it's not because this person wants to hurt or get at me or something, but it's a process that I need to maybe just adjust or give him some time to get there. So I think that's what I would say. And like we agree that it is commitment. So sis, there are times that it will not be comfortable, but you just it's just like there was one time I had to talk to it was that day they almost had a physical fight. Yes, in Kano. And the husband immediately called me. He had never called me. They looked like a peaceful home, and so I was jittery when I got there. I know the issue was she was bringing up the issue of because they were having issues with intimacy, and she was making excuses. She's not comfortable after her surgery. She feels pain and all that. And so I say, sis, most women go and ask even our mothers. There are periods of pain. There are periods of pain, especially after childbirth. There are periods you'll be dry for months, but you know that he needs to get to a point where he feels safe too. So sometimes you bear it. Sometimes actually you may not even enjoy it, but because you are committed to the relationship to help the other partner be stable. I think that's the word I want to use. Be stable, because as much as this, there are times that he goes out of his own way to also make you comfortable. So it's an adjustive process that we just keep adjusting and adjusting and adjusting until we get there. And when I remember that time she was bringing up issues of fibroids and all of that. I told her, I said, sis, because so many people don't talk about it, doesn't mean that a lot of women have not gone through the process or are not going through the process. So don't make it look as if it is you that a fire is burning in your house. No, but it's a process we just go through. We keep adjusting and growing and growing and growing. For me, even the issue of intimacy, I had pain for several years. Yes, for several years. But gradually my body has adjusted. I've grown, I've become better and stronger and all of that. So that's just the truth. We just keep adjusting and adjusting. Yeah.
What's our submission now?
Our submission is, yes, understanding is key. Yes, understanding is very key. There are days that's why it's a you and your partner thing. You know, just your body language. When I'm tired, I don't need to say it verbally. Daddy just knows I'm tired. Okay? So when I'm in the mood or not in the mood, he just gets it. Yes. So there are days that, yes, you need to go that extra mile. There are days that your partner just gets it and just allows you to go through the phase like that until you pull through. So I think commitment is just the major thing. Understand yourselves, understand what works for you, because as much as we're sharing all of this, we are peculiar. What works in your own house may not work in my own house. So understand your person one-on-one, make the necessary adjustments, and know that it's a process. We're all not there yet. Even if you ask some of our older parents, they'll tell you they are all still making adjustments by the day. So that's just my submission.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other questions? What I want to say is we can still carry on the conversation on WhatsApp. Yes, most of us are there. So if at any time any of those questions pops up, you can just drop that. The experts do justice. Yes. But if there is a quick one that we can handle here now, fine. That's fine. We can also take it before we. Is it quick? Is it yes or no?
No, it's yeah, it's quick.
And it's going to be yes.
Summary. Don't worry.
You have
In conclusion, is in line with concluding the whole thing. Is a plead on I want to plead on behalf of my fellow sisters here to our dear men and husbands. Please, this Nigerian country, let's try at times be keeping it. But when it's natural. We are under you. There are children, there are families, responsibility, but at times we cannot kill ourselves now. But movement is also a problem in Nigeria. So the highest we can do is prayer. So at times, let's not use Nigeria or the situation in the country or office situation to come and be rounding it on family. But when Mumaba Majiba, we feel it. At times, in short, I'm very sure women feel this kind of things more because it's natural, we are emotional. But same Zomuna, we're trying to even cheer you up or something. Then you feel like we are not taking the thing serious or something. It's not like that. So it's a plea, please. Let's do ourselves. Like my mom will say, in kowa zai fito da problem in sha baki hanya titin bare dauke mu ba. So everybody has banda na country, akwai family, akwai office, akwai everything. So but let's at times try to adjust. Thank you.
In continuation to the plea, I want to. Okay, mine is okay. I really appreciate us for this topic, romance. When I saw it, if you notice, my own was dance because I feel like almost this topic now for me and this man because romance will I say is dead buried. I mean she buried earlier today. So yeah, so as I was listening to all of this, like I think what was going through my mind was that I just pray it gets better because romance is beautiful. I just remember when this romance was there, my own is more of ruminating on how we started, or more like I from the first message to, though I can't remember all, but I knew that it was beautiful. I knew how I felt. Like then I was just saying, in fact, the things I wanted to say today, but I couldn't say them because jikina ya mutu. Like I'm just thinking that okay, so where did this go to? Inani yaji, because it's like like that is just normal routine. Some days, me I can count what I used to tell my husband in a day. I can count it, but that it was not like that. Like we could speak endlessly. I mean, morning will come and meet another morning. We're talking, but now, Magana, me, I'm just quiet. Him, he's just over his, So I feel, honestly, I feel, so say, honest, So going back to all of those thoughts, I feel very sad. Honestly, I don't know if you perceive it in my voice, but I'm very sad. I'm very emotional. I feel very bad that all this, but then I just pray that it gets better. Yeah, yes. So God will help us. Because yeah, God will help us.
Let me stand up. Well, gentlemen, I think our women want to be the girls we need them to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot have changed. We have 2, 3 kids here and there. We are already seeing them as women. What they want to be girls. They want to be the girls.
Yeah.
They want dated. And God will help us.
Amen.
You know, the task before us is huge. It's huge. You know, back then she was probably the anything you want to share, anything, any issues, you just want to hear her voice and some of the pressures will drop down.
Yeah.
But I also want you to understand that there are certain issues we maybe have not touched, and maybe in time we may dedicate one of our stories to is mental health or mental stress, stuffs around that. Sometimes it's not like you said earlier, you have hormones, and then you said you don't have hormones.
No, that's like
No, I just no, I'm just
Yeah.
putting because
Yeah.
you adjusted.
Yeah.
But then your hormones will not be our own type of hormones, you understand? But we go through a lot. You know, sometimes I tell her there was a day she ranted, and then I took her through my day, through my job, like the pressure from my customers, the pressure from the office, the unresponsiveness from the office, and then I am in the middle. I'm being pushed here, I am being pushed here, and the whole thing, so many things. So sometimes you just sit down and you are here, but you are not necessarily here. So many things. That's by the way. But then the goal is, like I said in our last class, it's a two-wheel vehicle that the two have to roll for the vehicle to move. So if there's a plug in one of the wheels, we would not move. So a lot of things would have to, a lot of adjustments would have to really come into place. As you expect us to make adjustments, we also create some room, please, to make adjustments for us. And then lastly, God will help us. I was nominated in my church when she got married committee.
Wow.
Sorry, no club. When Reverend called me, I told him, sir, I'm a young man. No. He said, sir, we are struggling. No. He said, and then he said, and by virtue of this, is you and your wife. He said, why my best almost every day? What will I now join and be telling people? So we are in the process of declining.
No, not decline.
No. I honestly don't think I have gotten to that level. I had to meet him. He called me on phone. Then 2 weeks after I met him, I said, sir, we are struggling. Actually, me, target and only are struggling. So it means that he is also
Every
God will help us.
there's no marriage. You say it's just one year and butter.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your time. High contributions. So we will end this section here and then continue online. Have more wisdom. Right? Okay. Can you come up, please? Yes. I remember the last time also, the very day we met and started this discussion on romance. That day I also said something that, okay, our appreciation is going to come when the house is complete.
Yeah.
Before you get there, go back and sit down. Can you make it romantic?
Abi.
Yes. Practicalize it. Yes.
Actually, you don't understand. Practicalizing it. What I'm
Oh, that's not it.
It wasn't.
It wasn't at all.
teach you after months before they give you the exam. Please, don't worry, I will do my practical. Just be observing.
You see some changes.
Just follow me. Let them go. Let's finish.
Yes, sir. Okay.
This one is looking at everybody for that. So come
Yes, sir.
let's round up.
Madam,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
I'm used to
To kada ya zama wannan abun ba zai shiga kai ba fa.
Zai shiga mana.
And disabuse your mind. Disabuse your mind and expect
Yes,
that a change will
Yeah.
happen.
Yes,
You
it
need to
will.
disabuse your mind and
Yes.
allow yourself
Yeah,
to
pray.
There's something I usually tell people that I'm a good learner.
Yes.
I put it born to learn.
Yeah.
That's me. So that's
You
that's
see
like-
changes. You see changes.
It's okay.
Okay. Just watch and see.
Don't doubt it. And if you see a room of tea,
But that does not mean that
Yeah.
I do get ready for it. So
Yeah,
I will
boss.
just work on that one. For
Uh,
now. Alright. Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
We sincerely want to thank every one of you for coming through for us last December. It wasn't funny to us, especially for me. So many things were running through my head and all that. I was just wondering what will happen. If you deal with overthinker like me, that's why most time so many things that actually take me by surprise because I've already imagined all possible scenarios, all possible scenarios. Then just hope for the best. And thank God it went the way it did. For our appreciation seriously is to this book. There was no need for cooking. There was more than enough food. You know, I had to tell my house, don't bother, we have more than, in fact, most of them even came to meet. Even though at some point I was angry with them, you know, I was like, I just come across food, I don't even know where the food is coming from and all of that. Nobody's even asking anything. I was expecting, somebody who is not here should make call and say, do you need this? But nobody made the call. They were waiting for us to be the one to do the call. Hey, I don't know, but we are really very grateful. It was a phase that maybe she understood much better. So many things took us by surprise from May last year. It's still on till now. And my concern was, okay, so how are we going to go through this? But with the help of every one of you, you give us soft landing. It was like we were falling up from a stone building, and there was either a hand to hold us or a mattress for us to fall on, and we just landed and people like, everything is fine. But it was fine because every one of us here came through for us. We're really very grateful. It's a sincere prayer that God will bless everyone.
Amen.
Bless you financially, bless you in the marriage, bless you in every aspect of life.
Amen.
Thank you. It's our prayer that God will continually keep us together and also increase us.
Amen.
So we will close now, right?
Amen.
Amen.
I want to believe we all enjoyed our discussion.
Sorry, we also have words of appreciation. Sorry, before you use. Yes, we want to thank the house honestly, this is a very wonderful family, and I want to encourage us to sustain this relationship. Yes, we want to appreciate each and every one of us for the calls, taking on us, coming, when this bundle of joy came in, the devil wanted to strike, but we thank God he has failed. So we thank you so much for the sacrifice you made and the fact that you know that someone is there calling, trying to check on you was enough to release or to relieve us of the stress that we were passing through. And we appreciate God for answering our prayers. And we pray that affliction will never rise a second time in Jesus' name. Thank you so much. Yes. Amen. Yes.
Yeah.
My only appreciation for the last outing we had. I want to say thank you on behalf of all of us as women. That's our husbands.
Yes.
I want to say you guys are great. I remember when Dr. Who said the cost. In my mind, I was like, if we remove it from monthly allowance, because I was trying to look at the weight and the sacrifice every household had to make to ensure that we just had our time out. If you don't take it for granted, thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate the sacrifice. We appreciate it was a beautiful time, even though there's one thing all of you still owe us. The dance. No, I wasn't happy that we didn't have the dance. So you see, I'm still saying because I was saying, how about
Next time.
music? Let every soon as the men were allocating the men, come on, I still miss that, and I
To ease some stress.
but I really
Romantic dance.
yes,
Romantic dance.
There are too much emphasizing.
All right.
thank you so much.
Well, since we are in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I really want to say thank you to everyone for sharing our unrelenting commitments and devotion to each other. Okay, tonight while we're here, because you are rubbing my back and rubbing your back, and everybody's back. And we trust God that we are also thankful to Him that we are seeing improvement in our own lives. Okay, so I believe also everyone of us here. So let me not take much of our time. I want to speak in regard to our retreats. I know it's a little bit too far, but I think the earlier the better we start planning ahead. I don't know those who are going to be anchoring. I want to be sure that our April expert for today did great, right?
Yeah.
Please just clap for them.
Our expert.
There is one too. All right. So I don't know. Have we checked the program? Not checked it anyways. Who are those handling the retreat that day? Yourself, right? And one other person. Maybe most likely. Well, just to make us to start preparing ahead. Okay. I would like it to be a very good time. I was just telling my wife already. I said, guy, we've been working all these years. We not really had time to take the children even for the vacation. Time off.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be like an opportunity, a collective opportunity for us all to have. Right? We're gonna find a very good place. One that keeps me on my mind is me and the rest home or any other better place. That our wife don't have to cook.
Room
Yeah,
service.
you just go, the other buffet that we had, this was another level. That kind of thing. You eat and so please, I just want to emphasize that let's plan ahead. Okay, once we do that, it's something that is very important. Okay, I was already talking to my wife. I said, okay, one thing that makes us not to be able to go very far is your business at home.
And now she's already planning ahead on how the business can sustain itself.
Yeah,
Even
even
in
in our absence.
also in her head. So just to let everyone know, every household start planning ahead. It will be a very wonderful time if all of us are able to move together. The children can have their own playground play while we are doing our own things. It will be a wonderful one. And I think have you checked this? Yeah. The room is all right. So God is let's start praying ahead for them.
Yeah.
For wisdom. You guys did a great job for the last one and even for today's one. So very really thankful. And what is great for the ones ahead for us. All right, so let me hand over to experts. Yeah, the experts.
Subject matter experts.
Packages are experts and exported. Doing robotic selling up and down.
Yes, sir.
We'll be competing with Pastor K now.
Yes, sir.
I'll be over Pastor K and Pastor M.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for coming. We'll be praying now.
Heavenly Father,
Thank you, Jesus.
thank you for your mercy and grace. Thank you for the gift of family. Thank you, God, for this beautiful opportunity to learn at your feet. Thank you for revealing yourselves to us. We give you praise. I want to say thank you, Lord, because like the word says, you have our best interest at heart. No wonder you have decided that at each phase and each point of our lives, you expose us to different things and different areas you desire that we need adjustment. I want to plead with you that even as you have made things definite to us, help us to want to take it to heart. Like you say, take heed. Grant us grace to take heed to these things. Deliver us from familiarity, deliver us from presumption, deliver us from carelessness. Help us to want to be intentional. That when it's all said and done, when we look back, this resource we have put in this evening wouldn't have been waste in our own lives and our homes in Jesus' name. Thank you for our resource persons. That's for fresh oil. As many of us as have contributed, we trust you for grace. And in our individual homes with our uniqueness, grant us grace to take up those things we are knocking on our doors and asking us to do. Help us to put down and unlearn the things that have held us back. And help us to make the necessary adjustments and sacrifices. Thank you, Ancient. Even as we return to our homes, we trust you that you take us home safely. Thank you for this beautiful home that have hosted us today. We trust you that the blessing of being hospitable will not end there. In the name of Jesus. Amen. For all our future plans, we trust them and we trust them into your hands and you cause them to succeed. Thank you, Ancient.
Thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
God's goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our life, and we shall dwell in the house